guys, how's it going? Eli here, back with another video where today we're going to be having a conversation about the effect of scalpers going rampant around in the market, as well as a couple of other interesting things to take a look at. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So as always, getting out of the way, if you want to enter into our weekly giveaways, all you have to do is subscribe, leave a like, comment down below on any of the pre-recorded videos we post each and every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today is Monday. It is giveaway day. Therefore, I'm going to reveal the 3 winners that won 12 Lost Origin booster packs this week. Of course, as always, I will never directly message you in regards to giveaway winnings. I will always show it on Monday's video. So without further ado, we're going to show that. So like I said before, make sure if you do get messaged, it's a scammer. But we've got JCityBoy15. Hopefully I said that right. And a Grammy, and then Jason K. So shout out to you guys as far as it goes. As always, if you want to, ship me over an email or you want to message me on Discord or Instagram, then I can, of course, get the verification process rolling in regards to the giveaway. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, getting into today's topic. So the first kind of point of discussion that I've been getting really a lot, I've been getting a lot of just messages from people in regards to, hey, Eli, obviously we had talked about Evolving Skies and, the price going down after the reprint. And although it did go down to 120, it's currently about to hit $200 again. What the heck? Is it? Did I miss the boat? Did I not get the opportunity to get in at 120? Should I have gotten at 130, et cetera, et cetera? I get these questions quite frequently. And so, obviously we've talked about in my most recent prior videos before, patience is going to be a key. There's an expectation that more than likely we're going to still get another reprint for this, whether it be end of year or whether it be going into next year. So I'm going to still keep my kind of expectations on that high, but it's just so interesting to see, regardless of the fact of the matter, how the price has gradually climbed so much, right? And, I'm not saying that this is obviously because of scalpers or it's because of market manipulation or anything, because this is a high demand product. There's no denying that. But it's almost as if there's this FOMO sentiment, I feel like, that has been going on, where after this most recent reprint, a lot of people feel as if this is it, I'm gonna miss the boat, now's the time to buy, and the prices of this product have just absolutely skyrocketed. When you're telling me that within, obviously you're looking at on a monthly chart, you're saying from the start of August to currently speaking, so within a month, it's gone up $30 in value. 20%, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. It shouldn't be like that. Obviously, I know a lot of people have a lot of negativity and, feelings towards the Pokemon company with everything that's been going on with Lost Origin. Their print has been absolutely atrocious, and you're saying, well, you just made a partnership with Millennial Print Group by buying them out, and this is what we're expecting for quality control, is Lost Origin to get terrible print run quality, and we haven't seen any sort of major booster box reprints recently. Like, what the heck are we supposed to expect, And that's just something that, a lot of people are feeling the sentiment towards that. So, I could be off base with this, and I'm not here to just give you hopium. I obviously like to have conversations about facts, but I still think it's a good thing to just talk about general values and principles of being patient when it comes to purchasing product. And I think with Evolving Skies booster boxes, I do think that, I do think there's still an opportunity for the Pokemon company to come around with a reprint on these items and more or less just give us an opportunity to get them at a cheaper price. I know there's been a lot of, once again, going back to the sentiment, there's been a lot of reasons not to trust the Pokemon company within the past month or two, but I wouldn't say I fully lost hope altogether. If by end of year, we don't see a major amount of reprints happen like the Pokemon company likes to do all at once, then that'll be a completely different conversation that we'll be having in regards to my thoughts about them. Of course, not special delivery Charizard. We'll talk about that later in the video. Don't want to spoil the rest of it, but Sword and Shield Ultra Premium Collection is definitely, another example of that. Price of the item has gone up within just the past month. It went down to $260 here. If you got in at my side, I sold it for $209, I think it was, and now it shot up $30 within the past gosh, dang, from September 4th to 6th. I mean, talk about buyouts. You know, whether you want to say it's market manipulation or not, it's just crazy how the demand for this product is going up. And it's just something that, like I said, going forward again, it shouldn't be this way where the prices of these products are absolutely skyrocketing up. I know that, of course, a lot of local game stores or online retailers are going to make the opportunity available for themselves because they know the demand is there. And I feel like it's one of those things where if people are willing to pay for it at those prices, then you can't necessarily blame the local game stores or the online retailers. The only people you can really blame are those scalpers that are going into stores and buying them up and reselling them. Those are that I feel like is a little bit different because it is specialty collections. It isn't exactly affecting the competitive landscape of the hobby when you're talking about razor thin margin sales on general booster boxes. And then finally, of course, LGSs have the opportunity to breathe by making margin on these products, and people flame them for trying to make profit. I've never understood that. I feel like there's a mentality behind that goes into everyone always being upset because they just don't understand how the name of the game works. But obviously, the market is going to do what the market does best, and it's going to price things at a certain point. And if there is manipulation involved, then, it sucks. It's a reality of the situation. But I just think that the Pokemon Company recently has done just a poor job of taking things into their control. It feels as if prices for this item has gone up. Obviously, I did it again. Showed the special delivery Charizard. Prices for the Evolving Skies booster box have gone up, and the quality control on this have just been absolutely atrocious for Lost Origins as well. So there's just been a lot that I just want to kind of point out the criticisms that I have for the Pokemon Company. It's not all roses, and as much as I would love to, say, oh, they've done a good job by dialing back the overall print on other things, but, Brilliant Star Booster Box is pushing 150. We were supposed to get a reprint for that about a month ago, and it obviously got delayed. And so it's just a lot of things are kind of just not shaping up right. And then going down to the trick or trade booster packs, I've been talking to people, and people were saying, Eli, do you think they're going to be available, or are Scalpers going to take advantage of them? And I said, of course they're going to be available. They're going to be sold on the Pokemon Center website. They'll be at your local, Target. Who's going to want to try and scalp this kind of stuff? It's not like there's a ton of value to scalping it. And boy, was I wrong. You heard it first here. I was 100% wrong because, people are scalping it. And it's ridiculous to me that, scalpers are still playing in this game of going in and buying up everything on the Pokemon Center website. And it sucks too because it's a product, for those of you guys that don't know, I just moved to Arizona in my local neighborhood. I really want to buy a bunch of these to hand out to the kids because I think it'd be a really cool experience to do something like that. But, scalpers are going to take that enjoyment out of it and try and make a quick buck off of it. Then I'm going to disapprove of that, And then, of course, talking about finally getting into their transition of the special delivery Charizard. There's supposed to be a system in which, of course, you had one address, you get one code. That was kind of the whole mentality. A lot of people found a way to get around that with fake email addresses. And what ended up happening now, you're seeing people sell the codes in bulk. Now, thankfully, of course, a lot of, people are selling these codes for dirt cheap now. Before they were like $100+ for just to get the code. Now they've gotten down to below $10, which is, I think, really reasonable, especially if you go buy the raw card itself for $67, $78. Ooh, that's about it. So it's the value is definitely there. The value is definitely there with these items now, but it should have never gotten to this point of issue in regards to the Pokemon Company not basically suppressing people that were going in and trying to scalp the special delivery Charizard promos and make money off of it. So ultimately, it's been just a lot of issues with scalping nowadays, right? A lot of issues with print runs. And then the next important thing that we're going to have a conversation about, and this is going to be once again directed to PokeBeach. We know one of two things. We know one, we obviously are going to be getting an Arceus Premium V-Star collection. For those of you that don't know what this currently is going to look like, it's literally just going to conclude the same artworks that they've seen before with Arceus, and they're just going to throw in a metal version of it, and it's going to come with a design of the playmat variation. So there's nothing real special to this playmat, I would say. And then we also know what was announced today as well, that there's going to be an EV collection coming to GameStop. It's kind of similar to like the tag team. Who knows if it's going to be a premium collection. We just know it's going to be priced at $69.99 and it's going to be coming this November 11th. So there's just a lot I feel like the Pokemon Company is doing wrong here. I think they're trying to make up with it by creating all this premium product for people to purchase because they're really cool items, and there was a lot of obvious hate, and I was a part of that when talking about summer products that just had terrible promos, and all they had was semi-decent packs, and for the ones that didn't have any decent packs, they were just not worth buying. And so now it feels as if they're trying to make up for that, but they're doing it in a way I feel as if, sure, it's great. They know it's working. I don't want to be that guy that is going to criticize the Pokemon Company because no matter what they do, they're always going to be wrong, because there's a lot of people like that. And I'm grateful that we're going to be getting some of these promos, like the Charizard one's going to be cool. The Eevee one, who knows, that's going to be cool. And, the Arceus one I'm going to criticize, but it's still cool that you get a metal card for it. I think there's some other items that need to be more addressed specifically, more than just causing problems that could lead to even more scalping, like focus on reprints more, focus on the fact, and like I said, there's an expectation we're going to get it. So, I'm hoping everything I'm saying is going to, come true. But as far as it goes right now, it's all speculation based on what we've seen historically speaking. And so it's just something that needs to be addressed, because these items, as cool as they are, they're going to be scalped. Prices are going to continue to climb. And it's something where reprints are going to be the most important thing, because if you keep throwing out these premium collection items that are going to have their limited prints and scalpers are going to get a hold of them, then their prices on them are going to be super expensive. They're not going to be as accessible for people to be able to collect. And you're just going to continue to have the same cycle no matter which product you kind of push out. Arceus V-Star box, I will say, might not have that issue. There's been a lot of negative sentiment around it for obvious reasons. But for the other items that we've listed so far, it has not proven to be that fruitful as it stands. Now, obviously, there's only so much the Pokemon Company can really do to prevent scalpers. In this certain market, of course, a large portion of it is under the control of what the local game stores tend to do with pricing for certain items. A lot of it also, if we're talking about store exclusive, is going to come down to if there's any sort of limitations for getting that product of stores, which I think is why they've really started to push that with a lot of the GameStop promos. They're hoping that GameStop will do limitations, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a negotiation that they worked out where, hey, we want to push out a lot of this premium product. We don't want it to be extremely expensive and more affordable for people, so we're going to push it out and have you guys help make sure scalpers don't get it. I mean, that's entirely possible if that's what their solution more or less is of it. Who knows? That's obviously just speculation. But once again, going back to the kind of whole main point of this all, Pokemon Company, I'm saying this right now, just focus in on what matters at the moment, and that's just going to be taking the booster box product that is overpriced as it stands, and focusing on reprinting them, focusing on getting the pack product that is going to be something that people can obviously collect and be able to afford. And when it comes to the value of what we've seen, of course, with the Evolving Skies cards, if you've been on my live stream, you've seen this before. Actually, we're going to pull this up on Pokedata because this is going to be a lot better of a representation for it. But there's just been this weird kind of spread that we're starting to see where PSA 9 values, I think the Leafeon was the best example that we had shown. But here I'm actually going to have to log in from a different page. Please bear with me on that. I do apologize. But the Leafeon PSA 9 value from last time when we looked compared to the overall raw value of the card itself when compared to TCG, I mean, we're seeing it right here. It's more valuable for you to go out and get a 9 on TCG. It's going to cost you more than it is for you to get the PSA 9 graded card, which is absolutely insane to me. It shouldn't be like that where raw cards are worth so much, more. That just doesn't make, any sense to me in the grand scheme of things. You know, obviously, if we go through, take a look at the Umbreon VMAX, and we do the exact same thing in terms of comparison. I mean, what are you seeing here? PSA 9 selling last for $412, raw sold for $425. The value of the raw item itself, or the raw cards, has done nothing but shoot up. You know, back when it was worth around 173, you know, PSA 9 was worth 250. There was a ton. That made sense to me. That made sense to me because even if you were talking about sending it in for grading, you know, during the time when Pokemon was gonna, or not Pokemon, but PSA was like, hey, we're doing $50. Even if you got, you know, you spent that $50 and you just got a 9, you're still making actually profit on it. It's a small amount, but it's still being made, right? Where the margins are there. Versus nowadays, why even send it in for grading for a 9 unless you're guaranteed to get a 10? And what's the point of getting, you know, PSA 9 standard for grading on this card if there's just so much risk? I think it really takes away from it. Because now what you're doing is you're forcing people, because there's not a lot of people sending in 9s because there's that risk reward. You're forcing people to have to choose between, would I much rather go in and buy raw and then hopefully have a chance at a 10, or would I much rather spend, you know, less to get that guaranteed 9? And it's a choice that, you know, it shouldn't have to happen. So I think raw really needs to just go down, and that supposedly was supposed to be through obviously a large booster box reprint, which we're hoping to see relatively soon, you know, at least on the bright side as far as it goes with the ETBs. You know, last time we took a look at them, they were going for $43, you know, 44 for this, 43, 40 it looks like for the other one. So, you know, prices have gone down on it, and that's of course good to see, but overall your pack value is going to be coming from other things such as the booster boxes. But, you know, scalping has just become one of these things where, you know, recently it's gotten really bad, and it's something that just really specifically needs to be more or less addressed within, I would say, the next couple of months, you know. And same thing goes with quality control and just product control. The overall print for Lost Origins, let alone, I mean, the negative sentiment we've heard from the pull rates. For these of you guys that watch Friday's video, you know, there's a lot of negative sentiment about the pulls being roughed for alternate arts. Well, what did we do? We opened 2 cases, so around 420 packs, something like that. And what did we do? We pulled a grand total of 1 alternate art. I then opened 2 other boxes off stream, and what also ended up happening, we pulled no alternate art. So grand total, we've opened roughly around 500 packs, and we've pulled 1 alternate art. So odds are terrible. Odds are terrible. A lot of people really hate it, and I understand, you know, it's a lot easier, of course, to get rainbows and golds, and that's fine and all. And I understand there's only 4 alternate arts, so it shouldn't be that easy to pull. But when you're talking about these other sets, that there's a lot more to kind of take from in terms of alternate arts, and the direction of artwork of what people enjoy is these alternate arts. I think there needs to be that transition of going forward with that. And although the character rare in the Lost Origins set is arguably the best character rare set that we've had so far, I think that's not going to really be able to make up, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but I don't think it's going to realistically be able to make up for the value that are alternate arts, because that's truly what people enjoy the most in terms of actual, you know, card quality for just an artistic perspective. So, but, you know, kind of wrapping up the video, what is the main sentiment of this video to begin with? In all honesty, it's more or less just me talking about the concerns that I have currently in the market, and just more or less saying, hey, be patient. I wouldn't fully write off the Pokemon company yet. Yes, there's been a lot of negative sentiment going around with Pokemon and their quality control, their pull rates for recent sets, their lack of innovation in just pumping out premium quality that, of course, they know people are going to buy, and kind of addressing the major issues with reprinting booster box products to drop the price on things that matter, especially for collectible cards from high demand sets. And of course, talking about the Charizard card, special delivery Charizard, and the trick or trade packs also, and the issues that we have with everything going on with scalping, and the Pokemon company needing to kind of fix a lot of these things. But hopefully you guys did find this video informative. obviously more of a discussion than kind of an analytical breakdown on what's going on specifically on long-term investing and stuff like that. But still, you know, something that I wanted to bring aware, something I did find important to address to you guys and those people that are, of course, wanting to FOMO in. I don't think now's the time to do that. Be patient, as always. The one thing I say just about every video, just so that people know, because I'm hoping things will, of course, tend to get better, especially as release dates come by for a lot of these pre-order product. As they are extremely expensive because of scalpers and the demand for a lot of this product in the market. But like I said before, you want to enter into our weekly giveaways. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can comment and like on each of the 3 videos we post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So multiple opportunities to enter. And then since we have 3 winners, you have multiple opportunities to win. But that is all. Thank you guys once again. I will see you all on Wednesday. Peace.